What is going on, boys? B2B FIFA here, and welcome to episode 9 of the Academy Project. Today, we will be doing a little bit of maintenance to begin. With the episode, we actually are going to put in some of our brand new signings into the team. We put Martin in, we put Olsen in. We decided to put Redshaw in because our team's just a little bit tired. Don't want to get Kren overly tired, because we want to make sure he's fresh for the important games. We want to make sure that our best players are fresh, boys. But let's talk about Kren for a little bit. Last episode, Kren finally showed up. I was so happy. You have no idea how happy I was that Kren finally showed up. But anyways, over here, I'm deciding to give the captaincy to our boy Suk. He deserves it at this point. He's one of our longest standing youth players. We're in the month of December, boys. Fast approaching that January transfer window. We actually play our first game in the FA Cup against Port Vale. And this is where we begin. So Port Vale has the ball right here. Trying to hold up a little bit. You know how it always begins. They take it down the wing. I'm over here trying to pressure. Get it back almost immediately. Get it over to our boy Suk. Suk's holding up the ball, trying to find something. Gets over to Martin. Martin holds up as well. Looks in. Gets it over to Redshaw. Redshaw passes it over to Daniel. Daniel looks for Mr. 58 overall. And look at what he does in the 3rd minute. Close to the 4th minute. Mr. 58 overall puts it into the back of the net for us. And we are 1-0 up in the FA Cup. So we are actually doing what we need to do. We jump up straight to the 31st minute. And here we have Port Vale on the ball. They send it out to the wing to their boy Patterson. Patterson cuts in, sends in, whips it in, and it goes over the bar. Once again, Port Vale on the ball. Patterson, he's just doing work for them. They got another shot right here with Tavares, I believe, or Pereira, his name is, I'm sorry. And Cooper sends it out. Goal kick once again. What we always do, send it to the wing. That safe pass right there over the top to Martin. Martin's chasing the ball on the wing. He decides that he's going to try to cut in, but he can't. And that is where the first half ends, boys. There wasn't very much besides a couple opportunities that Port Vale had, and of course the goal that Mr. 58 overall scored for us. And here we begin the second half, and we jump straight into the 48th minute. We're on the ball. Suk is controlling, sends it over to Daniel. Daniel has the ball again. He sends it over to Martin. Martin's running down the wing. See what he can do. Can't do anything. Goes back in and takes a shot. That's the first shot that Martin's taken for us. Wasn't a great shot, but I wanted to highlight that he was actually being productive and helping the team out. And here Port Vale once again on the ball in the 51st minute. Their boy Thomas is doing some work holding off our defender. We finally get it off of them. And we send it into the middle, which is something that I don't like to do. It's just something that we were always taught by our coaches when we were kids. Never send it into your defenders because you can put them in trouble. We were lucky there. We got away with it. But here our boy Martin sends it over to Redshaw. Redshaw somehow was able to get away with it, but then they recover. Port Vale on the ball. We take it back almost immediately. Yeoman sends it into Suk. Suk sends it into Olsen. Olsen back into Suk, and Suk sends it over to Mr. 58 overall, and Redshaw's on the ball. Redshaw's trying to do something with it. Cuts in, looks at Suk, and look at that by Suk. Oh my God, that would have been a beautiful goal, but it was not to be. And we jump straight into the 68th minute, boys. And here we have Patterson once again. He was the most dangerous player for this team. He was just dominating that wing. And look at right there. We got very lucky that Port Vale didn't score. So you can see the 69th minute, almost the 70th minute. This time I always make my changes. Decided to put my boy Sip in. And I actually swapped wings with Mr. 58 overall. And I decided to put Kren in. And I believe I also put Kim in, and I think I put Kim in for Sook if I remember correctly. Let's see what I do. I'm pretty sure I put Kim in for Sook. Yes, that's exactly what I do. So I go ahead and I decide to just resume the match right there. We're clearing the ball at this moment. Kren is on the ball. Kren is feeling a lot better, boys. He sends it over to Mr. 58 overall. He turns around and looks for Kren, and Kren takes this shot, and look at that. That was very close. His first opportunity on the pitch after being subbed in, he's already taking shots. That's not something he's ever done for us up until last episode. And right here, we're trying to do something from the corner. Can't get anything done. So we take the second corner. I'm basically trying this corner technique, but it's still not working for me. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to get it over to that first, the front post and basically head it in or bicycle kick it in or something, but I can't seem to get that technique to work for me. Apparently it works really well, but I haven't been able to make it work for me. Anyways, right here, Portville on the ball. We're able to get it off of them, but they recover almost immediately. And there it is. They have a very good opportunity with Foley there, but Cooper keeps it out. And that's how that first game ends, boys. Was very happy to advance in the FA Cup. Very happy. And look at that. They had many shots, but only one on target. I wasn't going to show you a whole bunch of bad shots they had. Anyways, like I was saying, very happy to advance in the FA Cup because we want to make sure we have some sort of domestic success. And here I am actually looking at all the players that accepted contracts from us. And I decide that I'm going to go ahead and start training our boy Charlie Thomas. He is going to be our backup striker for Kren. So most likely Redshaw or any of the other real players won't be used anymore now that we do have a backup striker. Our boy Shaw, he's got some potential, so we want to go ahead and train him up. Yalman has potential, so I'm going to try to train Kartal up a little bit. And once again, Cooper, a staple in these training sessions, we go ahead and train him. Now, this training session was very good overall, I thought, especially for Cooper, Shaw, and Kartal. Martin and Thomas didn't do very well, but you know, you win some, you lose some. And I'm looking at our target right here, and we have a 68 overall manager rating, and I couldn't figure out why it was. I'm like, why are we below target? Like, what is going on? And anyways, you can see right there, or you saw right there, that we are right below those promotion spots or spots to fight for promotion. I couldn't figure out, once again, what was going on. Why our manager rating was so low. I mean, we're doing all right. We're not doing terrible. Okay, so we're not in the promotion or fighting for promotion spots yet, but you know, 10th, 9th, that's not terrible. I don't believe we deserve that 68 overall that we got right now. But anyways, I'm just rambling right now. We're over here making changes, and I pretty much field an entire youth squad except for the center backs. The reason for that is because defense is extremely important to me. I'm trying to check out Harris right here, see what he's all about. He's only 2-star, and I was like, not too keen on that. But he's got a little bit of pace. He's got a little bit of dribbling. He's got a little bit of agility. That might come in handy. So let me put him on the bench. And as you can see, almost our entire bench is youth players. Almost our entire 11 is youth players, except for the 2 center backs. So essentially, in between the bench and the actual starting 11, we only have 3 real players. So our real players are pretty much going extinct because most of them are in reserves at this point. And this game against Barnet, boys, this game was very interesting. Very interesting. So Barnet on the ball right there. They begin by dominating proceedings. This Akind guy or Akind or whatever his name is, he is an absolute monster. Look at his size. He's just enormous. Cooper gets a hand on it right there, and Akind on the rebound. I was like, no, this can't be. This is too early in the game. What is going on? Cooper does well, and Akind just tucks it in, man. In the 3rd minute, disappointed. I'm like, oh man, we can't begin like this. And Martin's on the ball right there. He doesn't know what to do. He gets it over to Kryn. Kryn's trying to hold up play. Tries to send it over to Suk, but Suk can't get to it. So Barnett gets the ball again. And they have it here with Campbell Rice. Campbell Rice holds up play, sends it back to Dembele. Dembele sends it all the way up to Akpro. They get it up to Watson. And look at that. They called that for a pen. I could not believe my eyes. Robertson drops him. I thought it was outside of the box, but apparently it was inside. So, I mean, come on. That is not a penalty, but it's whatevs. And look who's up to take it. Akind, or John Akinde, I believe is his name, and he puts it into the back of the net. In the almost 7th minute, Barnett is winning 2-0. And I'm like, man, it's hard enough to get back from a 1-0, basically losing 1-0 and to come back from 2-0. I don't know if I can do that. So here it is. Akinde once again. They're on a counterattack. He takes a shot, goes wide. Essentially, the first 20 to 30 minutes of this game, Barnett was just dominating. I eventually get the ball, recover the ball right there. Suk sends it out to Martin. Martin, he looks around, he looks in, see who he can get. Tashev on the ball, gets it over to Kryn. Kryn does a little shimmy right there, gets around his defender and tucks it into the back of the net. Boys, I was so happy when Kryn scored. I was like, what? Kryn scored again? I was like, nah, that's impossible. That's his second goal from open play. Very happy for the man right there. He is starting to work. He is starting to do stuff for us. Unfortunately, we're still losing, and Barnett is still dominating. Barnett's on the ball right there, trying to find something. He takes a shot. Not the greatest shot, but he takes a shot nonetheless. We don't have anything, and that's where the first half ends, boys. We actually go straight into the second half right here. As you can see, I'm putting myself on counterattack right there. And I believe in this game, I put myself on ultra attacking. I don't actually show it, but I do put myself on ultra attacking because I wanted to try and get back into this game. And here, Amison, our center back, takes a shot. That's probably why I didn't go in, because that was a very good shooting position right there. Suk on the ball, gets it over to Tashev. Tashev gets it over to Kryn. Kryn sends it into Johannesson. Johannesson holds up a little bit, and he's just doing a little bit of work. Kryn right here gets around his defender, and look at that, gets taken out in the box. When this happened, I was like, yes, Kryn gets another penalty for us. And as soon as this happens, I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? At this point, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyways, I'm looking for my boy Sip, and I can't find him. I can't find Sip. I know I said I was gonna take pens with Sip, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do anything. I just go ahead and I take it with Kryn. And look at that, boys. He absolutely bottles it, and I can't believe he missed that. Anyways, our boy Kryn is on the ball right there. I forgive him. He scored at least one goal for us this game. And our boy Suk is on the ball, trying to find something. Sees Sip right there, who's actually injured. Martin on the ball. Martin gets it over to Sip, and Sip misses narrowly. I was actually very, very happy with that run of play. Unfortunately, I don't even know how Sip got injured. He just kind of showed up with the little cross next to his character right there. Kryn fighting for the ball. He's just doing work. Kryn he's been amazing. And look at this right there. He misses that one right there. But I mean, I'm showing you clips where Kryn is he's just amazing. He's amazing. I know I've talked crap about him, and right there, look at that. In the 73rd minute, our boy Kryn makes up for his mistake. But, I mean, if you think about it, we should have been winning 3-2, not 2-2. But anyways, I was very happy with his performance. I didn't care that he actually missed a pen. And once again, 77th minute, I'm looking at to take Sip out because he's really tired. I put our boy, I think Harris goes in. Yeah, Harris goes in. I put Shaw in for Suk because Suk is really tired. And I decided to go ahead and throw Kim in for Martin, I believe. Yep, I throw Kim in for Martin. Now, I know that my CDMs are way more tired than the other guys. But the thing is, I wanted to try and win. I was on ultra attacking. I had some good opportunities. And right here with Martin, I couldn't. I take a shot, and that was a horrible shot. But I wanted to show it because if it would have been SIP, that would have been in. I mean, it is what it is, boys. And that's the 90th minute. The game ends 2-2. I'm not too disappointed because it was an open game. We had more chances. We had more possession. We were the better team. Unfortunately, they went up 2-0. We missed a pen. We missed a couple sitters. And that's just what happens when you don't put your chances away. Anyways, I know in the last episode I said I wasn't going to train Kren or Sip. But after seeing the way both of these guys were performing for me today, I decided to go ahead and train Kren up. Shaw, he has plenty potential as well, so I'm going to go ahead and train him up. And of course, once again, Cooper's getting the training he deserves. Cooper, I think at the end of this, yes, he becomes a 54 overall. I was very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. And then I go and start doing a little bit of maintenance. This is where I was talking about earlier. The board is telling us that we're not on target. And I'm trying to figure out why we're not on target. It says brand exposure. They wanted to sign a first-team player. And he has to be a crucial first-team player. And it has to be an attacker. So I signed our center forward, Charlie, oh man, I can't remember his name right now, but the brand new center forward from the youth academy that we signed. I don't know if that was enough for him, not for him, but for the board or not. Charlie Thomas is his name. There it is. So we signed Charlie Thomas, and I think after signing him, it was good enough, but I think they actually want us to buy someone in the transfer window. So when the January transfer window comes around, we're going to go out and we're going to try to find at least 2 center backs. Preferably 3. If we can afford 4, we will, but I don't know if we can afford that. At least 2 center backs, and we're going to go for a striker so we can rotate with Kren. And Charlie's going to be our third choice striker. Anyways, boys, we actually go into a game against Accrington Stanley right here, and I hate playing against Accrington Stanley. This year, last year, the day before, and every single FIFA. Why? I don't know why it feels like the game favors them. But anyways, once again, you can hear the frustration in my voice. But look at Kren getting the ball away right there. Gets away from his defender. Tries to get a shot. I feel like he was taken down, but he could have just slipped. But anyways, I showed that clip right there because just Kren, he's hungry right now. He wants to score. Morale is something that's definitely in career mode, I believe. And Kren's morale is very high right now. He wants to do good things. Plus, he's a 62 overall now, I believe. He is definitely good, more than good enough for this league, and he just feels great now. Suck on the ball, gets it over to Harris, and Harris, look at that, our new signing, our new youth player. I'm so proud of him. Very happy with that goal right there in the 5th minute. We start with a banger. That's a really nice ball. He turns his defender with a nice little fake shot and then just crosses it across the body of the keeper. Very happy, Jordan Harris. First contribution for the team. Welcome to the squad, and thank you for that contribution, lad. All right, so here, Accrington Stanley on the ball. Very narrowly missed. I mean, in the 18th minute. In the 21st minute right here, they're on the ball again. They're just controlling. Accrington Stanley, when you play against them, you'll notice that they are slightly different. They're usually better than the rest of the other teams in League 2 or League 1, wherever they're placed in that specific year. It looks like they teeter up and down between League 1 and 2. And look at them right there. I don't know how they scored that. Very disappointed to concede. Anyways, you know, things happen. But I have no idea how he just turned my defender right there. I mean, that was a ridiculous goal in my opinion. That was jammy. Anyways, that's how the first half ends. Not too many opportunities. Taylor Fletcher scores a goal for them. And I think that guy's been around. I feel like I've heard his name a couple times. And here our boy Sook takes a shot. Very good shot. Probably should have tried to cross it, but that hasn't worked for me. So I tried to go near post. And Sook, he's just so good. He's just so good. He's starting to feel very, very good. Anyways, my entire team is starting to feel better. I mean, I'm happier with Kren. I've always been happy with Sip. I'm happier with Suck. I'm very happy with Cooper, of course. My fullbacks, I'm still not completely happy with it. I'm very happy with Tushev. He's improved massively to what he was when we initially put him into the squad. Olsen, Johannesson, and what his other name? The other guy, I can't remember right now, but there's another shot that we had. I mean, we were doing really well against Accrington Stanley. It was a pretty good game. I felt like we could have won this one very easily. But as you can see, we're in the 81st minute. We still haven't scored another goal. Cooper sends it out. And I go over here, try to get it over to Mr. 58 overall. Not 58 overall, to Harris. And that's where the game ends, boys. We tie 1-1 with Accrington Stanley. And that is basically how that is going to end. I mean, we don't do very much after that. Anyways, boys, this is where I'm going to sign out for the day. Hope you enjoyed. If you like, leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, subscribe. And peace.